Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is November 22nd, 2019. Shout out to Sarge Crypto out there on YouTube for the song request today. Most Def, Know That, featuring Talib Kweli. Always love hearing them. What's going on, people? Hope you guys are doing well again today, and welcome to another episode. Today we are looking at Ray Dalio, what he has to say about this economy, a new world monetary order is what he's calling it, that's coming for us, and what does this mean for Bitcoin. So we'll take a look at this article out of CCN. You know, Ray Dalio is not a huge fan of Bitcoin, but you know, we're gonna see what CCN has to say in regards to Dalio's comments and predictions about this new world monetary order. It's got to include cryptocurrencies in some form or fashion, right? Well, we'll have to see. Second article, it's also out of CCN. China vows immediate disposal of cryptocurrencies or exchanges, crypto exchanges, as Bitcoin plummets. Now, haven't we seen this before? Sounds like deja vu. I thought they already couldn't have crypto exchanges in China, only mining facilities. Not good optically for Bitcoin to see this price move all the way back like it did, but for my trading group, we're making money. We're double short. And last article, Telegraph, Assassin's Creed's developer Ubisoft becomes block producer for EOS-based gaming startup. Wow, we'll look at this. This is pretty big news for the EOS.io community, those who believe in this platform being robust enough for scalability and real world applications like this. It's funny, I saw a poll on Twitter earlier this morning that my man Ken Bozak put up on Twitter asking best altcoin blockchain tech is. And they had the nerve. This is how crazy this industry, this community is. They put up there, first of all, they put Ethereum and Tron together. They're neck and neck. 9% for EOS. Yet I'm not seeing Tron. Okay, they're making some headway. They're trying to make some headway for sure, but a lot of it is just smoke and mirrors, and maybe that's because of Justin Sun, who's kind of behind that whole thing. But for people to think Ethereum has the best altcoin blockchain tech just lets you know that this industry, at least on Twitter, they're still lost. They don't understand what's going on. They're looking solely at market cap, people. I'm telling you, these people are literally only looking at market cap. And then to make it even, take it a step further, if you look in the comments, because of course we know a lot of people's favorite blockchains weren't in there, but we have people really going in about how my man Ken Bozak didn't include Cardano. You'll see so many Cardano people in here. I'm like, how are you telling us that Cardano is the best blockchain technology and it's not even live? It hasn't been battle tested. It hasn't been out in the wild. They don't even have a dApp. No one's using it. How do these people feel this way? So when I see stuff like this, you know what? It is best that we do pull back, because we're not assessing this technology and this industry correctly. Many people out here. Now I know. I mean, Ken is very popular in crypto, so I would say this is a pretty good gauge. He had 3,300 votes on this particular poll. So that's a decent amount for crypto Twitter. And he has a big following. So that just lets you know. But anyway, before we get started, make sure you hit that thumbs up. All you losers, hit that thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel, people. Let's get this thing cracking. And now that that's out the way, ask CB. That's the hashtag you need for Ask the Block. I'm doing those every weekend. We just did episode 7 last weekend. If you missed it, check it out. This weekend, I'm going to squeeze in episode 8. So get your questions in. I'm going on the next 7 now. So, you know, it's going to be put in queue. Whatever you send me today will be placed in queue. But any question you have, crypto related, you want to know my point of view on it, hashtag Ask CB under any of my videos. And shout out to Moon Lambo. ShopMoonLambo.com for your crypto apparel. You can save 10% if you use the word CryptoBlood10 at checkout. And as far as the heat map for today with cryptocurrencies, we've still got Bitcoin taking more losses today not as deep from a percentage perspective, down 3.4% to $7,345. Its dominance is at 66%. Ethereum down 4.9% to $153, and Binance taking even steeper losses again today. Those losses continuing, down 6.5% to $15.75, and EOS as well taking further losses, down 5.3% to $2.65. Litecoin under that $50 handle, man, $48.59, down almost 4%. And Bitcoin Cash is down 6% today as well to $210. So if we take a look technically, though, we broke 74, people. We did it. Insane. Look at that. We not only took back all of that, we actually went further, lower than where we before we started, which means we were going to do that in the first place. That news just, got people excited and fooled me as well. So we were going to go lower anyway. So it happened, and that's where the markets have Bitcoin price right now. But what I want to bring your attention to, and I think this is the final low. I wasn't sure about where we would before, but I'm more positive on where we are now as the new low, and we're going to head higher from here. As you see, the 1 wick, this right here, I'm just going to move this out the way. That was what I drew yesterday. But this wick right here is very bullish, okay? That is a long wick on that candle. And if I zoom in a little bit more, you will see this candle right here is a very bullish candle. That candle, I can't draw it all the way. At this point, we're going to test this 74. Now that is resistance. Previous support becomes future resistance. So that will be resistance. But I think that was a strong move. Matter of fact, just to let you guys know, we're talking about a 7% swing. That's how big that move was. A 7.7%, almost 8% swing in a 6-7 hours, 8 hours maybe. So again, we'll test the back side of this, and I think we maybe bounce off of it at first and then break above. And if that happens, this now becomes support again. But that's where I think we're headed. That is, I think the lows are in. It's going to be a struggle trying to get back to 10,000. That's not going to come easy at all. We may not even make that by the end of the year. We'll see. Let's take a look at the first article. Telegraph. Assassin's Creed developers. Ubisoft becomes block producer for EOS-based gaming startup. And this is not the first company to join this company, this EOS-based company called Ultra. Not the first major company to join as a corporate block producer, but Ubisoft, the game developer giant behind the game Assassin's Creed, partnered with EOS-based game distribution platform Ultra. According to a press release shared with Telegraph on November 21st, Ubisoft will be a corporate block producer on the testnet version of Ultra's EOS sidechain, dubbed EOS. As such, the company will help maintain the network and approve transactions on it during the trial period. Transactions on the network will include in-game asset creation, ownership transfers between players, and payments. Per the release, Ultra chose Ubisoft as a block producer because it is in the game developers' best interest to help the platform grow, and the gaming giant also has a technical ability to provide meaningful help. Founder and co-CEO of Ultra said that Ubisoft's years-long dedication to exploring blockchain technology ensures they have the knowledge and skill to be an excellent block producer. Ubisoft's blockchain initiative director explained that the firm believes it is important to support gaming-related blockchain applications, adding, during this first trial period of collaboration, we hope to help them in bringing it to a larger scale and experiment with the possibilities this opens up for the industry. Ubisoft's revenues to be estimated at $2.5 billion. Its Assassin's Creed series video game reportedly sold over 150 million copies. Ultra has already announced other block producers earlier this year, as Telegraph reported in early October. There you have it. I mean, this is a trial period, but it's promising. It's not like it's something that's going live and it's official. And they have actual end user, but this is good news, and I'm sure that they'll be very impressed with the EOS.io platform and framework. Second article, China vows immediate disposal of cryptocurrency exchanges as Bitcoin plummets. China's central bank has doubled down its crippling stance on cryptocurrency sector, first established in 2017. Exactly, this is nothing new. It goes on to say that China continues its crackdown on cryptocurrency exchanges. Binance and BitThumb raid rumors cause widespread FUD. And will China's U-turn on crypto impact the market? Well, I don't even think it's been a U-turn, to be honest with you. As I stated at the beginning of the video, they banned cryptocurrency exchanges years ago. I don't understand why this is a headline and why this is news, people. I'm thoroughly confused. The People's Bank of China has reiterated its position on crypto trading, vowing to immediately dispose of cryptocurrency exchanges. For weeks, China's strict attitude towards cryptocurrencies has seemingly morphed into something less stringent, and I have to disagree. That's just the crypto Twitter and crypto YouTube and crypto traders as well. I think really taking that statement that President Xi made out of context. I said it when it happened. I said this is not sure why people are getting excited about this, because he specifically said blockchain, not Bitcoin. So I don't know. Anyway, the blockchain technology has been championed within the country. This inconceivable 360 on crypto, which has been responsible for a considerable increase in overall sentiment, has come full circle. In a classic case of blockchain, not Bitcoin, China is now looking to reinstill its uncompromising stance on cryptocurrency trading. According to an official notice from the PBOC, the need to address the trading ban cropped up due to the increase in virtual currency speculation. The People's Republic has been entirely on board with blockchain bandwagon of late, which in turn has led to a perceived increase in trading activity. The roughly translated notice reads, the People's Bank of China will continue to implement the requirements of the announcement, which was in 2017, and continuously monitor the virtual currency business activities within the jurisdiction. Once it is discovered, it will be disposed of immediately, and it will be prevented from happening early. The notice began with an early explainer that read, in recent years, speculations related to virtual currencies such as ICOs, IFOs, IEOs, IMOs, and STOs, wow, that's a lot, have been refurbished, and speculative prices have skyrocketed and risks have gathered rapidly. And then it goes on to talk about this FUD and rumor about Chinese police raiding Binance and BitThumb. Is it FUD or reality? Interestingly, this crackdown comes after several confusing reports of a police raid on two Shanghai-based exchange offices of BitThumb and Binance. The most prominent of the two instances involved Binance. It says on November 22nd, report broke of a police raid on Binance exchange offices in Shanghai. However, this was almost instantly debunked by Binance boss CZ. CZ suggested that the raid rumors were simply a competitive play by rival exchanges spreading FUD. Now, it is interesting to me, though, that Binance is the biggest exchange in the crypto game. It's interesting to see how they're able to still be based in Shanghai with China having such strong and strict viewpoints on cryptocurrencies and cryptocurrency exchanges. It's very confusing to me. You guys let me know if you feel the same way. A Binance spokesperson speaking to Bloomberg later corroborated this, adding to the confusion. However, the representative noted that Binance doesn't even have an office in Shanghai. Spokesperson from BitThumb similarly revealed that no raid occurred and their operations within Shanghai continue steadily without pause. Interesting. We'll see how this pans out, but to be honest with you, I'd rather have this fundamental news priced into the market, meaning we know now for sure. I mean, we should have known already, but at least the market now understands that China's not for Bitcoin. It's only for blockchain, and more specifically, private blockchains that they will implement. So is it really a blockchain? No, it's just it's a cloud server. Cloud is a database. So I don't understand this, but at least now we can organically move up if that's going to be the case, and it'll be on our own merit. It'll be on, other more sound reasons for Bitcoin to go up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with this, but definitely let me know your thoughts about this move back. I know it's probably discouraging to many of you as well. Ray Dalio, He says his new world monetary order is on the way. What does this mean for Bitcoin? Is it an endorsement? CCN says. Billionaire hedge fund whiz guy Ray Dalio claims the world is at the edge of a new paradigm that will spill over into revolutionizing the monetary system. He spoke at the Bloomberg's New Economy Forum in China. Despite being an outspoken critic of cryptocurrencies, his latest economic musings sound like a massive endorsement for Bitcoin. The Beijing conference sees Dalio, along with other business leaders, headlining discussions on an emerging new economy. With no end in sight for the U.S.-China trade deal and growing political turmoil worldwide, Dalio compares the current economic climate to 1944 during World War II. It's interesting to see. I thought China was this strict dictator communist country that doesn't allow capitalism and invest. No, that's not the case at all, people. We're looking through rose-colored glasses from the U.S. within the U.S. because I'm seeing always the Ray Dalios over there investing in China. I'm seeing Jim Rogers investing in China. I'm seeing Jim Rickards. He's going back and forth, always, investing in stuff in China. And so I see all these like top businessmen always in China doing business, making things happen. So it's a conflicting message that I'm hearing. If they were so communist and anti-capitalistic, you wouldn't see these types of things. You wouldn't see these types of people over there. You wouldn't see these types of events being held even. He says the next big crash will establish a new world order. Dalio warns that Western nation obligations, including pensions and healthcare, will inevitably come home to roost in the next recession. I agree with that. In a globally connected economy, nobody will escape the problems of low interest rates and trillion-dollar deficits. Central banks will have no other choice except to print even more money. In other words, 75 years on, and national leaders will have to come together again to solve a total new crisis. And so it quotes here, we're at the point which is very similar to 1944. There was a new world order and there was a new monetary system. Is he referring to the Bretton Woods agreement? I don't know. We established a new dollar reserve currency based system, and all of that is going to change the world order in dramatic ways in the next 10 years. So in 1944, of course, marked by one of the darkest periods in history, namely World War II. That year, the Bretton Woods Agreement was established to rebuild the international economic system by, amongst other things, tying fiat currencies to gold, preventing countries from completely devaluing their currencies. And of course, both of those goals went out the window in 1971 when Nixon stopped backing the U.S. dollars with gold, essentially a default. We defaulted in 1971, guys. And so it's just taken this long for us to get to where we are today. So CCN kind of poses the question, is Ray Dalio a secret Bitcoin hodler? I highly doubt it myself personally, but let's see what they say. So what is the new monetary system then? Well, Dalio doesn't explicitly say. It's no secret that he remains a steadfast Bitcoin critic. On more than one occasion, he has openly dismissed the leading cryptocurrency. His latest discussion, however, sounds suspiciously as if he is vaguely endorsing and secretly holding Bitcoin. Dalio's view is a bit odd for a man who recently showed up to Burning Man, a counterculture movement not unlike Bitcoin's. So I'm going to tell you like this. Here's my two Satoshis on this whole situation. No, I don't think Ray Dalio has any Bitcoin. Like many billionaires, they've made immense amounts of wealth through fiat. There's no need for them to even think about Bitcoin. It's not even in their mind. You got to understand that. And I didn't understand that until I started talking to billionaire that was like, he's like, it was like kind of like, oh yeah, I've heard of Bitcoin. And I'm like, oh my God, like he would be like a trillionaire by now if he would have invested in Bitcoin many years ago. But again, and when you don't have a need for it, there's not a need for it for you. So you have to understand that. So Bitcoin is an asset that is really more so for the people to hedge themselves against these central banks, not the other way around. Ray Dalio most likely doesn't have Bitcoin, and what Ray Dalio is most likely talking about is either one of two things. One, central bank issued cryptocurrencies. That could be a new world kind of monetary order. Or secondly, some type of SDR being put in place. Or even to kind of tie into point one, a cryptocurrency version of an SDR. I could see something like that happening. So a new world order is definitely coming. We're on the cusp, people. Like, it is so bad out here in the repo markets. We're printing at unprecedented amounts. I did a my 2 cents video yesterday on this very thing, so check it out if you missed it. But yeah, that's my 2 satoshis on that whole situation. I do not think Ray Dalio has any Bitcoin, but you should. Shout out to my man Sarge Crypto for that song request. Most def. Know that. And that's my 2 satoshis for today, ladies and gents. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to continue to receive unbiased crypto news reported by yours truly, Crypto Blood. I'm out of here, people. Ha!